So let's talk about how to create memorable characters. Number one, dialogue, what they say, but also how they say it. What's the rhythm? What's the accent? What's the word choice? All of these things will help us understand where this person is from. It also helps us understand how educated they are. Next, how do you describe them? Whether it's a screenplay or a novel or a memoir, it's all the same. How do they look? How do they dress? What's their belief system? Next would be action. What are they actually doing? Because this is something that we learn from life. It's not about what people say, it's about what people do. What you can also do is you can take your character and you can list every single emotion that you can think of and make sure that the character goes through all of those emotions before the story ends. Happy, sad, joyful, depressed, just make the list. Angry, hateful, what causes them to cry. Let's see your character go through all of it. Also list all of your other major characters and ask yourself, is my character supposed to come in contact with those characters? And if so, let's see interaction with every single one of those characters. This particular character brings out his serious side. This other character brings out his silly side. He's very playful with this person. Introspection will be hard. In other words, what are they going through internally? Well, if you're writing a memoir or a novel, that's pretty easy to do. You just tell us. But if you're writing a screenplay, we have to see that on the actor's face. And they better be a good actor, and you as a screenwriter need to make it easy on them. One of the best movies that I watched where we really saw introspection from the character and we could really tell what they were thinking and feeling was the episode of Star Wars when Anakin Skywalker turns into Darth Vader. But what made it easy on that actor was George Lucas had already set up in previous episodes all of the stuff that Anakin was going through visually. We saw him going through it. Therefore, when the actor showed Anakin going through the introspection and having a mental breakdown, we had already seen all the past behaviors and it helped us make sense of what we were seeing. Not only was he torn, not only was he falling apart, not only had the Sith Lord got into his head, but the fact that he had had an unstable childhood and knew instability throughout his young adult life. So when he started doing the introspection, we already knew what he was thinking and feeling. Great acting, but George Lucas had set that up with great writing. Last piece of wisdom, don't be afraid to put your characters through the ringer. Don't be afraid to put them through torture because that's the only way characters change. And when they do change because of those things, it's very believable. And it makes your job as a storyteller easier.